Corruption is something that has become like a terrorist that is destroying Africa. And I see it as a disease, a canker that is killing our people of Africa. And I believe if we don't go there and start fighting and sacrificing ourselves to fight against corruption, we will not have Africa to be in the place where we want it to be. We won't see Africa prosper. We will always be the same Africa that everybody knows. But if we really want to see a great future for Africa, then I think we all ought to fight this canker, corruption, away from our region, away from our continent, Africa. And so I saw that it is something that is important for at least one person to rise up and say corruption and bribery must be abolished from Africa. I saw that there is a need to make sure the youth get to know that corruption and bribery is bad. And as you were asking me this question, I believe that now these days, corruption has caused many people, many group of youth to become terrorists because they think that by using guns and machetes and bullets to fight war will bring down corruption. But I believe that if we empower them and to let them know that corruption is not fought by guns and machetes, but it is, fought by seeing somebody doing something wrong and then approaching them by speaking about it and also revealing those who are doing what is wrong in a peaceful manner and enduring pain in any form that it comes, would make corruption to reduce very well, and it will bring our nation into a better place where we want it, and everyone will live peacefully. That was the need that I thought I must do this, because you realize that the government forgets about the youth and they end up forgetting about it, and these youth will be arrested by people who are radical and put radicalization into their mind and making them do what is not right. So that is why I thought this is a need that we must address and make sure the youth to know that they are part of running the nation peacefully. It was amazing when we reach each schools, when we got to each schools, based on things we saw, I realized that the teachers themselves needed training, manners, professionalism, in terms of loyalty and respect. You realize that these things, they lack it, the teachers themselves. And so therefore I was afraid of what is being taught in the schools. But during those times, I also saw that the students and the teachers, they all don't know what corruption is, because the media and people have been addressing corruption as the government being corrupt, the police being corrupt, but they are not seeing themselves that they are part and parcel of bringing corruption. They also thought it is only rich men that are corrupt. A poor person cannot be corrupted. And so they saw themselves as poor people. And so their way of thinking was very, very bad. But during the process of, communicating with them, questions that came made me to understand that there is still hope.
I have this saying that when corruption exists, there is bribery. In other words, when corruption is found anywhere, bribery is there. So this issue of corruption, and I've not heard of bribery. So that's the main reason why I'm here.
In our speech, we factored corruption and bribery all inclusive. And so therefore, we cannot take bribery out of corruption. They are all together. And whatever that brings corruption, bribery is the main key. So if we want to come against corruption, then we are against bribery as well.
If anybody gets up like the way I did in collaboration with Abbeam Institute of Technology and also CHOPS.
Cheating in examination is a form of corruption because you did not learn and you want the shortcut way.
If everyone comes on board for us to do this, I believe Ghana will have a good future, because talking to them, each and everyone began to think that, oh, corruption is not like the way we think it is. I believe we also have been corrupted, and we can change our concept towards corruption, and we can arrest corruption, and corruption will go away from us. We don't have to focus on the government. We all have something to do so that corruption will leave us once and for all. I am not fulfilled at this particular moment. I will be fulfilled at the time when I see corruption being taught in schools, corruption being taught in churches, corruption being taught in all our institutions, and each and everyone, every Ghanaian, realizing that they have a role to play by arresting corruption, and we seeing the benefit of fighting against corruption. That is the time I will feel fulfilled. But at this time, we have started, and we are hoping that we are able to win this war. In my heart, I really wish that we'll be able to go to the whole regions of Ghana, every four corners of Ghana. I am hoping to go all. As you are asking me this question, you know that it's not easy to do such a work. Some people are asking which NGO is supporting you. All this is coming from my own pocket, and Abbeam Institute of Technology, and so we wish that if there is anybody out there that would like to be part of what we are doing, it might not be money, but your zeal, your enthusiasm, yourself, when you come and become part of the team that we are going, that alone will help us. And those who have institutions that want to go away with corruption, they want to fight against corruption, we are inviting everybody to come on board. And I believe that as I have started Greater Accra, we'll be able to go to all the regions and fight against corruption, because corruption is a terrorist. I think that we should all see that bribery, corruption cannot be accepted in our nation. We must go away with it. Even if we cannot uproot it, it is better to reduce it. The only thing I believe is that we should be truthful, be loyal to our nation. Let us be patriotic, loyalty, honesty. You see, our national anthem talks about honesty. You know, let us make our nation great and strong. Let us be bold to defend forever. And these are the things we must begin to do. And if there is anyone who is patriotic, anyone who is a good Ghanaian, anyone who is prepared to save Ghana, then I invite you to fight against corruption and bribery. This is the time. Whether you are a pastor, imam, whoever you are, whether you are an anonymous, whether you are a fetish priest, you are all invited for this fight, this battle. Let's fight and go away with, corruption. And if we do so, I bet you Ghana will be a great nation and we will all be proud of being Ghanaians. I mean, some people were saying to me, you are crazy. Why would you build in such an area? And I told them, if you don't change your environment will change you. So therefore, I believe that if we all want a great change, it is time for us to change our environment. That is why I decided to establish all these institutions.